Thank you for tuning in. My name is TLP Tater. Welcome to my channel, and this is Seize the Day. Now, Seize the Day has been on the workshop and has also been on the channel before. However, it has been completely re-outfitted with a whole new buoy system and lobster pot system for catching crabs and lobsters. Aside from that, there's been a few minor updates and changes to the boat. However, it remains mostly the same. So let's go ahead and jump in here and talk about what's new with Seize the Day. Alright, you guys, well, we are on the deck, and first off, I want to address the issue of the channel name has changed. So it is no longer Stormworks Unlimited, it is now just my gamertag, TLP Tater. Now, why did I go ahead and do that? Well, when I was under the name Stormworks Unlimited, I felt like I was pigeonholed to only doing Stormworks videos. There's a lot of other games that I would like to touch base on, so I went ahead and decided to just rebrand the channel. Aside from that, I'm doing a whole new channel with a friend of mine called TLP Network. And in that channel, it is for folks who are a part of the TLP gaming community to network and help each other out as far as their media goes, as well as we just have a nice podcast where we get on there and we just talk about random things, gaming or just things in general. So you guys should definitely check out the TLP Network channel, but I will go ahead and just quit rambling and get on with the boat. So Seize the Day now has a automatic buoy deployment system as well as an automatic pick-up system. So it also, in addition to that, still maintains the old manual way of doing everything as well, if that's what you so choose to do. So I'm going to demonstrate the manual way of deploying these lobster pots. So you just hit this release button, and I'll do 2 of them. And then if you have the ramp down, which is right here, they'll drop in right into the water. So that is the old school manual way of releasing the buoys. Now, these buoys are a little bit different and unique, and we'll get to that in a minute, but I'm going to go ahead and show you the automatic deployment system. So you just hit that button, and they will start falling right off the back of the boat. Now, the cool thing about this is you can change the spread of your buoys based on how fast the boat is moving, right? Now, I'm running probably around 8-9 knots right now, and you see I've got a pretty decent spread on my buoys. Down here at FJ Warner's, we're probably only going to catch a couple different variants of crabs anyway, but let's go ahead and deploy the other side. But if we were to go out somewhere else and we wanted to find a different variety, then we have the capabilities now to do that and to find them. So we could manually deploy and drop crabs everywhere, or not crabs, but crab pots, lobster pots, anywhere we want in multiple locations, because this thing has a ton of lobster pots on it. And we can test the waters to see what we catch where. In addition to that, this boat also has the ability to fish in any depth of water now. Before, with Seize the Day, we were limited to 40 meters of water or less for the lobster pots to actually hit the bottom of the ocean. But now we have the capability of any depth. And you guys can see these are starting to tip over. That means that the lobster pots are already on the bottom of the ocean, just like that. We're not in very deep water here, so it didn't take very long. But the depth that you fish is only limited by how long you want to wait for that to winch the pot down and back up. So what do we do now that we have them in? Well, it's pretty simple. We're going to go downstairs, and like always, we're just going to sleep for like 3 game days. Turn override time off. And I don't care how many people are in trouble right now. But anyway, we're sleeping for 3 game days. There's one. And we'll actually be able to tell when they're full. Oh, there we go. If you can tell, the flashing orange lights indicate that the buoys are full and they are winching back up. So we're going to come over here, check this out. They're already winched all the way up, actually, which is quite nice. And looks like every single one of them is full. Yep. Flashing orange light says they're full. So I'm not going to go on to the manual mode. I'll kind of touch on it briefly here. We can jump into this system here and we can use the gantry crane to pick the buoys up out of the water like we normally do. However, now we have a little more control with this new gantry, and we can actually put them back into their storage racks if we want to. But this video is more about the automatic system. Now, it is completely automated. I got to make sure I open the cargo bay doors, though. You got to have the ramp down and the cargo bay doors open. Turn it on to automatic mode, and this thing will dangle itself right above the water here, just like that. And all we have to do now is drive the boat. And I made this system because it was painfully slow to drive the boat, get out of the wheelhouse, go down there, and manually, autopilot is on and I can't turn, and manually operate the crane. It was just kind of like a slow, painful process. So I went ahead and did this system. Of course, I mess up on the first buoy because autopilot owns me, but let's go ahead and get that squared away. Get back into reverse. There we go. You just got to get somewhat close. You really don't have to get super close, but you can see here it's going to winch it up to the cargo hold, where it is going to start releasing the crabs into the boat. Like I said, normally off of FJ Warner here, we're probably only going to catch a couple different variants of crabs, probably no lobsters, but it's going to fling it off to the side, which is going to prevent us from picking them back up again, being in the way. So it's actually kind of useful in that we don't have to fight the empty crab pots anymore like we used to have to do that with this boat. So got another one, and you can see you don't really have to be too perfect here because it just kind of flails everywhere. As long as you're kind of within the ramp area down there, you've pretty much got it. So we're gonna go ahead and unload these ones. I'm gonna do a couple more. Watch it fleeing. It should fling fairly close to where the other one is, and it caught that one. And while this one's unloading, we can work our way back to these other ones here. And you can actually kind of pile them up here too, if you so choose. You can get a couple of them in there, like 2 or 3 pretty easily, and it'll scoop them all up. So let's go back and just watch it from back here, from the view here, and you guys can see it's going to pick them up. Flings it around kind of violently, but it works fairly well. Once in a while, a crab will get loose, but most of the time they fall right in there. And these buoys will only light up when there is a completely full load in the lobster pot. Alright, do we have any more down here that we can reach from right where we are? Yeah, there's one more. I don't know if we'll get him. He's kind of back there a little ways, but it's all good. But anyway, that is the new system to seize the day. There's been a couple minor updates to it as well. Most of the things you may not notice, but I did have a big error in the previous version where some of the parts actually used a mod. So I apologize for that. This one has been fixed. There are no mods required to use this boat, and everything should be completely hunky-dory. So I hope you guys like Seize the Day. If you do, leave me a comment. Tell me what you guys think about it. If there's something you don't like about it, then leave a comment. I'd like to hear about that too. I'm always open to suggestions and suggestions on other videos. And once again, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. And don't forget to check out the TLP Network channel. I will put a link to that in the description below. But it's a little bit of a project between me and my buddy. And you guys probably remember OG Hoppy. If you've been watching the channel for a while, him and I are off on doing other things as well. And then with the rebranding of the channel, like I said before, there may be some content coming soon that is not Stormworks specific. However, I do intend on sticking with generally the same genre of game. So I'm not going to go completely haywire off the rails here, but we might see some new stuff in the future. So thank you guys for watching. Smash that like button. I'll catch you on the next one.